Hey, this is Robin Waters. I'm here in Tel Aviv, Israel, and I'm here with Alan from Storedot. Can you briefly introduce yourself?
Sure. So my name is Alan Weisleder. I'm the Senior Vice President of Business Development at Storedot.
What's Storedot?
Storedot is a revolutionary company. We are developing new materials and that allow us to develop a battery that will allow you to charge your cell phone in 30 seconds. It's not only a battery, but it's a battery made of new materials and a charger that goes along with it and can exploit the new architecture of our battery. The whole system together will allow you to take a cell phone that has a drained battery and basically charge it in 30 seconds. That
almost sounds like magic or science fiction at least.
Yes.
How do you do this? Like, what's the groundbreaking technology that makes this possible?
So it's a combination. There's a lot of new materials innovation, and there's also engineering innovation. New materials are based on, we have as I showed you earlier, we have a laboratory where we're developing organic materials that have very peculiar charge trapping characteristics and allow us to basically work with materials that on one end charge very quickly and on the other end have a very high energy density compared to anything that is out there in the market. The result is the ability to pump in a lot of energy in a very short period of time. To do that, you not only need new materials, but you also need a new architecture, both in the battery and in the charger. So all this together is what we're developing at Storedot.
Nice. I think a lot of people are waiting for extended battery life any way they can get it. But evidently you're not going to be manufacturing smartphones yourself.
No.
So you need partnerships with
yes,
leading
absolutely.
manufacturers.
We are already in conversations with many of the large smartphone manufacturers, and we are going to be tightening up those relationships in the coming year. Basically, we at CES in Las Vegas, we're going to be having a set of meetings with about 15 smartphone manufacturers that have expressed an interest in working with us. Out of those, we're probably going to be selecting, 2 to 3 that are going to be the first to take our product to market. We're going to be working very closely with them in order to define the variety, the exact specifications of the product that will go into their smartphone, and hopefully this new dream that we all have will be out there in the market in 2 years.
Understood. You didn't mention any names of manufacturers, but Samsung is one of your investors, so I assume they'll be part, or at least at some point will be part.
They're in the short list. They're not necessarily going to be,
right.
one of the 2 or 3. It depends on many parameters,
sure.
But obviously we're talking to them as well.
Sure. But you raised a round from Samsung last year, and you also just announced a new round. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. So last April, we raised $6.25 million, and we just finished raising our Series B round, $41 million.
Okay, who from?
It's a variety of investors that include Millhouse Capital, and Ren and a variety of others. And
Millhouse being the investment vehicle from Roman Abramovich.
Correct.
All right. So what is next on the roadmap between now and CES? What do you have on the...
Well, between now and CES, CES is like in 5 months. So really our next milestone is to what we're going to be demonstrating at CES. I don't want to disclose all the details right now, but it's a battery that is going to be inside the phone, is going to charge in about a minute, and is going to have already an amount of energy that will allow you to work with the phone for an extended period of time. Is very exciting.
Right. We only talked about phones, but obviously there's more devices in this world that need batteries.
Yes.
Meaning tablets, but also computers and even cars.
Yes.
Is this something you're working on as well?
Well, we're not working on those because we're a small company that we need to focus. Right now, we're focusing exclusively on smartphones. The laptops and tablets are very similar in terms of the dynamics, and therefore it would be easy for us to do those next. And obviously we have a lot of companies that have approached us, from the big laptop manufacturers in the world, just the name brands everybody knows,
right.
And that we may be working with them in the near future. Cars are slightly different, even though we've talked to some of the electric vehicle manufacturers. It's a different type of animal, because the amount of energy that you need to pump into a car, if you want to charge the battery in 2-3 minutes, would basically take off the energy of a whole neighborhood.
Sure. All right. Well, very much looking forward to what you have in store. Thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you.
And best of luck.
Great. Thanks.